All right, so let's get started here. We're going to talk about why most day traders fail. Listen, guys, with Gabe Trends alone, I'm averaging about $65,000 a week. These are my stats. I have finally eclipsed 300,000, starting with 50. My win rate, 74%. My profit factor, 4. We're itching up there. My win-loss, 1.4. Remember, guys, I told you I wanted to focus on getting this over 1.5. 100% green days. I've had some losses here, right? I'm not perfect, but when we average it out thus far, we're looking at about $65,000 a week. Let's talk about the anatomy of a trade. Let's talk about the trade that I took. I had did a little something. We were looking at or about midnight. I had set a limit buy order here, just above the 200. And then I had a limit sell order, of which I made $25,000. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. We're going to come on over here. We're going to look at the chart. And you're going to see where I ended up buying. I bought. I went to sleep. I sold. That was it. We had a switch up on Gabe's Trends. There was a switch up. Cool. I anticipated that. Just went to sleep. So we get the switch at Gabe Trends, but I needed price action to be above the 200 here. And once it did, it was probably somewhere around this trade design and just took me all the way up. What's your stop? Well, my stop, honestly, guys, my stop is going to be down here. Whenever I'm going night-night, my stop is way down here. I know what I'm going to lose. I'm comfortable with what I'm going to lose, guys. You know, people use their stops because they're afraid of losing. I use my stops so that I know what I'm comfortable with losing. It gives me more leverage on the chart. Now, if you're going to go ahead and say, well, I'm going to lose $5,000, but I'm not comfortable in losing $5,000, then guess what? You're never going to allow yourself that drawdown. And sometimes, again, a lot of you guys choke the trade with your stop. You choke it, you get stopped out, and then it takes off on you. You have to use the real estate, right? And when we talk about real estate, we're talking about the volatility in the candle, known volatility in the candle. Now we know after hours, very little volatility. So I rest easy. I go night-night. I really don't care. Let's also look at the anatomy of the exit, because there was also a trade here. This right here, you guys had the flip, Gabe Trends, and you had Confluence. This here gave you a 1.5 risk to reward. And then we gave you an exit. You guys saw it. You saw it. If you are disrespecting what the chart is telling you guys, like we give you the biggest clue here, which is the change in the band color. This is non-negotiable. Once again, this is one of the reasons why traders fail, is that they do not have objective mechanisms that prompt an action. They just don't. And when they do, they second guess it. Why are you second guessing it? If you have any experience with the system and put in the chart time, you will see that this is non-negotiable. You secure your profits and then wait for market open. And then, of course, market open. What are the conditions? Oh, trade design down, break of Gabe's Trends, 200, we break. Oh my God, did we get paid? Did we get paid? Yes or no? Can I get it in the comment section? Did we get paid? Yes or no? By simply following the rules. We have very, very basic rules. The rules are green is green, red is red. If you can't tell the difference, you're fucking colorblind. Please do not have a driver's license, and I'm gonna guess you're Asian. Oh God, I'm gonna get canceled. Right? You don't have to be this uber smart guy with a fucking quad with chinked eyes who knows all the math. You don't need to do that. You just need a simple system that allows you to print. Now, let's go ahead and get into the product market. So what we have here, guys, we're looking at the news here. There's a couple of things. Interesting. NVIDIA could see $98 billion in Blackwell revenue in quarter number 4, courtesy of BBS. Trading analysis, right? Invest $50,000 today. You know, you got these guys who are like, yeah, you know, based on tricks on whether they like the company or not, right? You know what? Let me show you guys something, because I'm actually launching this. I am launching this soon. This is not going to be part of the Trade 1348 community. I feel like I've built out the 1348 community enough. What I'm going to do is build out a Gabe's Trades community. And here, you're going to see I have my own personal list of bullish and bearish. And we have my tickers here that populate automatically and tells me all of the tickers I should be looking at, bullish or bearish, right? And why is this important? Because this is happening on the daily. So for those who say I have a job and I can't do this with a job, well, yes, you can. And I'm going to show you how. 1348 community, you guys, oh man, there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff built exclusively for you. But I have to build my own personal brand because I want to change people's lives for the better. And, I've committed 3 years of my life. We're built out here at Trade 1348. We're just built out. Stay tuned for the announcement. Moving along, another reason why traders fail is understand the power of compounding and, of course, when the market's giving you more than you deserve. So if you're up 3%, you have to walk away. So let me show you guys something. We can go to the risk to ruin calculator and we can find the max risk that you, and we're not talking about prop firms anymore. We're talking about those who have their own accounts. Your own money, right? We're going to talk about how much we can truly risk, okay, before blowing up. If your win rate 60%, and your max risk per trade is 1%, your max drawdown is 10%, number of trades 2,000, your risk to blowing up is less than 1%. The risk of peak to valley drawdown, meaning your max drawdown, hitting up a max drawdown, is 29%. So for me, 1.5 is pretty much the golden standard. You always want to make more than you lose, right? But you don't want to. You want to do it conventionally, right? Not by the skin of your fucking teeth. Let's just suppose you're just an average trader at 50%. Let's go ahead and calculate this. Your risk to ruin is 3%. So you have a 3% probability of blowing up your account, yet you have a 99% probability of a drawdown of 10%. When we understand these statistics, just because you draw down 10% doesn't mean you change your game and say, I'm going to double down and oversize so I can recover that 10% drawdown. No, because the math says, hey, bro, you're okay. Just give it time. Now, as you can see here, I have it over 2,000 trades. So we have 2,000 data points. You have to believe in the math and know that over time, you will be fine. Instead of oversizing or doubling down on your port, on your trade, what you can do is look for higher quality setups and improve your win rate to 55%. In doing that, guys, we get ourselves out of drawdown, right? As you could see, the probability of drawdown gets significantly smaller. And then your risk of blowing up becomes less than 1%. So, a lot of traders, beginner traders, they draw down, they freak out, they double up, as opposed to taking a step back and looking for higher quality setups. Does that make sense? Let me show you what a max allocation, if we went ahead and risked 3% per trade, what is our risk to ruin? And that's what we want to find out, 4.2%. I can live with that, but your risk to drawdown with a 10% drawdown of 10% is 100%. All right. So again, you just have to understand that drawing down is part of the game. But just because you draw down doesn't necessarily mean you're going to blow up. If we go ahead and we do something like 10%, things get a little interesting because, you see, 10%, that's really stretching reality here, risking 10% per trade as a 65% winner. Okay. So let's go ahead and change this number to 5%. And 5% is probably going to be your max, right? That's, your risk to ruin is still going to be circa 90%, 10%. So you still have a 90% probability of maintaining a healthy port, although you have a 100% probability of blowing up. Now, the market's doing a whole lot of nothing. Let's go ahead and check out ES and then see what these dumbass analysts are talking about. Over here, right? Because, I really want to check that out. What are they talking about? But anyways, let's get to what ES is doing. We got a lot of gray candles on ES. Guys, you understand what this means, right? This is counter trend with ES. You got gray candles, meaning it's not actionable. If you were trying to force a trade on ES and going against Gabe's trends and going against the 200, you know what? A pity the fool. Why? Because you know the rules. You're going counter trend. You're going against the grain. You're going against the 200. You're going against Gabe's trend. And honestly, it's pointless. It's pointless. So this is how you guys avoid chop. You ready? I mean, it's very, very simple. You're seeing it in action. A clue of chop is gray candles, right? But then you got a trade design against the trend. Probably not worth taking. Maybe you got a trade design against with the trend, but you probably get beat up by Excel here. You gotta pay attention to these candles. They're so important, guys. Let me ask you guys an honest question. With this system, do you now have a chart awareness that you've never had before? Like, let's be honest, because we spell it out for you. NQ made that level. Woo! NQ made that level. Sweet. People got paid. Let's see what they're talking about here. Actually, let's see market data. Let's see what the market's doing. So the market is pretty much green overall. U.S. equities, S&P 500's up, Dow Jones up, NASDAQ up, the mid caps are up, the small caps are up, the micros, everything's green. Industrial metals, natural gas, whatever, right? World resources, potential tariffs, all that nonsense. Yeah, there you go. Interesting. Going back to NQ here, we're coming on down. That is a 5.62 to 1. I owe you guys nothing. So at the end of the day, Gabe's trends is $250 lifetime, $149 a month, right? If you don't secure the lifetime by Friday, it's $149 a month. And I really don't care. Listen, as long as you got at least 2 brain cells, you can follow the rules. You'll be able to trade. I can turn you into a trading master. Like, seriously. Let's see what they're talking about. How to choose the right fund for you? No, we don't care. Short duration, chill with 7.2% yield. No. Let's see if these guys are covering anything like a ticker. That's what I want. AMD, this is dead money, right? Despite strong demand for AI chips, AMD's stock underperformed in 2024 due to rising competition and macro risks. AMD remains undervalued, but it's unlikely that its share will be able to aggressively rebound to its all-time high levels in the foreseeable future. Is this a guy who's team NVIDIA? Like, really, we have to ask ourselves that question. So now, let's go on over to the charts here, and let's see what AMD's doing. Yeah, guys, as long as you follow the rules, everything is going to be easy. So AMD trading at $21.27. Let's go to the daily and then zoom out, like, yes. Oh, okay. Now we're looking at March of 24. And I mean, of course, everything was certainly overvalued here. We're below the 200. We're below the 200 now, trending down. Gabe trend says down. Guys, if you're wondering, what Gabe Trades, the new website's going to be doing, it's basically going to be doing this, right? It's going to be guiding you and telling you, all right, this is what you need to do on a daily. Okay, that's at least a vision. I have to build it out. We have trade design down. Yeah, this is just filthy. Unfortunately, what we have to do is look at this over 12 months, and we're still on the top of the band here over 12 months. Still on the top of the band. The bottom of the band here is going to be about $102. This is interesting. It tells us, like, hey, this guy might be onto something. However, we get a bounce off the band. It's where we're going to move up to, maybe 171. Okay, that's AMD. Let's get back to ES and see if ES hit our target on a 5-minute. ES is just running, right? Oh, ES came all the way down. We got a bounce. That really sucks. You guys should have secured profit and be done with it. In summation, on this live stream, we understand that the key to success is not oversizing, it's becoming consistent. The key to success is taking profit and having a realistic approach to making money, right? And that realistic approach should be you want to compound 1.5 to 1. It can be done. And then you don't want to double down into trades, right? To alter your trajectory in the future, it's not doubling down into the trade. It's finding consistency and finding the best trade setups. That's what alters your trajectory. Why? Because if you don't have a system or believe in a system, it doesn't matter how many times you double down. That system's eventually going to fail you, right? So you trade small to win big. This is what we do here at Trade 1348. We make tons of money here. It is undeniable. You guys watch these trades in real time. I tell no lie. There's no reason for me to tell a lie. The charts ain't lying to nobody. And I'm not filling you guys up with, just bullshit. It's just what you see is what you get. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap things up. Let me see. I have some one-on-ones today. And so let me call out the people that I'm having one-on-ones with. If you got more than 4 trades on a day, if you're not following the rules, cancel your fucking appointment. I don't want to deal with you. Nicole, yes, I have to meet up with you. Haven't seen you in a while. Katie Marshall, and then Rich Christie. Yeah, they're solid. They're really, really fucking solid, right? So we're good with that. All right. I don't think anyone's canceling today, and I'm not going to cancel on anyone. All right, people. I'm signing out. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow.